Hey, Tom. Vic said Deontay's not going to play this week, and he mentioned Callahan, Cleveland, Patrick, Lindsey on returns. What will dictate who is actually back there for a kick and punt?
We kind of already know. We're going to go into pregame and make sure, we got the right guys. But I think we're just kind of being coy about making who's that really going to be when we get it out there, because we have a little bit of an advantage for them trying to figure out which one of those five guys is going to do it. But we have a pretty good idea.
Next one, Eric Galala.
Hey, Coach, Brandon won AFC Special Teams Player of the Week again. What kind of weapon has he been for you guys the last few weeks? And I guess just how much of a relief is it that you don't have to worry about him when he's within a certain range?
I think the biggest thing from a weapon standpoint is consistency, Eric. That's the number one thing in this league. You got a great player that goes out there and consistently can kick it from 52, 22, 62, and his mannerisms aren't any different. His leg swing's no different. He's super confident in just that one swing. And it's like great shooters. They just rely on their shot. And right now, he's relying on his shot and not focusing on any situations. He's just focusing on the task within. So it makes it very, very easy for us just to send him out there. We have great communication right now. He and Vic are on the same page. And we just got to keep it going. We can't change anything. Just go and stay with what's working.
Next one, Ryan.
Hey, Tom. You have Tuska and PJ Locke amongst your top 5 in special team snaps for young guys. What kind of things have they added to your group so far?
Maturity, and they're both tacklers. That's the biggest thing that you see from their physical tacklers. They'll get guys on the ground. PJ was over aggressive last week. He needs to learn from that. It cost us a 15-yard penalty going and getting that returner early. But these guys, they're physical guys. They got some play speed. They win one-on-one matchups, and both of them are very, very mature. They're in every single night, afternoon doing extra. I can throw things on them that you could throw on a third-year vet from the mental standpoint. We need you to play tackle. We need you to play this, that, the other. And they don't even blink an eye. You never get big eyes from either of those two guys. And I think the best compliment I can give them is they prepare. They prepare like third-year pros. It's nice for them not to be acting like rookies. And they're tacklers, like I said. They're physical football players.
Next one, Zach Stevens.
Hey, Coach, how much does the freezing cold temperature that is expected for Sunday's game affect the kicking game, if at all, in terms of Brandon McManus kicking field goals in the punting game?
Zach, I'll be honest, I think it does affect. It has effect on the flight. Naturally, it's not going to go as far. The winds, naturally, it'll bat the ball down. But I think we're ready for that. We know we got, leverage and things like that we figured we can work with. We've prepared for it all week. Coach had us out yesterday. Today, we did a bunch of different things, really trying to make it even colder with our snapper. That's the guy that gets affected probably the most, in terms of being able to feel the ball. But it does affect. The ball's not going to fly as far. There's no question about that. Our footing is the big thing that we had to work, moving snow with certain groups of guys. Your kickoff team, get out there and move some snow before that 25-second clock starts, your field goal team, so on and so forth, so that the footing for the kickers and the punter, for example, your punt team, if they get out there early, get some snow moved so you can get your feet in the ground. That's the biggest thing that's going to affect in terms of the kicking game. And it's not going to fly as far. You got to be ready for that. You got to get the ball off quicker, and you have to execute. But it does affect it.
Final one, Eric.
Coach, when you turn to a backup player, particularly at the punt return position, how much do you weigh somebody that can make an impact play there versus somebody who's just not going to drop the ball and make a mistake that could potentially alter the game?
Number one, you hit it on the head with the last statement, is they got to catch the ball. That's the most important thing, because anytime someone muffs or turns over a ball on kickoff return, turns over a ball on punt return, it's automatic points. It's the flip of the field on any special teams plays, at least a minimum 40 yards, kickoff 65 yards. So they're starting in field goal range already. So the number one thing is ball security, catch skills, track skills, so on and so forth is the number one criteria when you do switch that. Number two, really, that goes on kind of is unsaid, is the decision making. Where am I at on the field? Do I fair catch? Do I go block? This, that, the other. that's something that factors in also.